What up, everybody? It's your girl July from Kickback Couture, and today I will be reviewing the Sahara Compressor. So I have this track that I put together, and I'm going to be using this compressor on my drum bus and on a vocal that I recorded for this demo. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so first use case, I have this FPC, and I have drums from different kits. Kick, snare, or rim shot, hi-hat, little percussion sound, tambourine, and a crash sound. Now they're all from different kits, and I would like them to sound uniform, like they go together. So here in the mixer, I dropped on the Sahara Compressor. Okay, here's the drums alone, and let's go ahead and turn on the Sahara Compressor. And right away, we're getting some really aggressive compression. Now, we have a bunch of different presets that we can go through. I like to start off default and then see where I can get with that. But we can check out some of the presets and then adjust the settings so you can see what's going on with what's set up already. So holding shift, we can adjust the input and the output at the same time. So the more you drive up the input, the more drive you'll get into that compressor. Up here is the gain reduction knob, so we're getting some really crazy gain reduction right now. Amazing part about this is it has a mix knob, so you can use this as a parallel compressor. All the way to the right will be dry. And as we pull it to the left, we get the wet signal. So we can mix in a portion of the compression, and as I said before, I use it as a parallel compressor. We also have this ratio fader here, so we can pull this down in increments that are shown in the numbers right there. So 1.5, 2.5, 4, 7, I believe that says 10, 20, and 40. Let's go about 4 for these drums. And I'm going to pull my input down so I'm not getting as much compression, maybe about 3 decibels, because once again, I just want to add character. Okay, and we have our attack and our release here. So if we pull the attack down here, it's going to make it tighter. We pull it up and make the attack slower, we'll get it punchier. So let's hit the play button again. Personally, when it comes to drums, I like putting my attack more on the slow side so that that punch could come through. And then I like a fast release, but we don't need it to be that fast, maybe about there. Can hear some of the texture from the kick come out, and it sounds, it has more of that like top end, more of the body came out. So that's great. We can even adjust the output if we want to bring the volume back down to compensate for all the gain that we just added. So right now, that's got to be one of my favorite uses for this plugin, is just making drums sound like they go together and gluing them and adding the same sonic character to them in one piece and one play. So let's move on to the verse vocal that I have here in this section, and we'll unmute that. All right, I'll let you hear it without the compressor, and then we'll start working on some magic.
I had to take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cards on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles.
Okay, right now, all this vocal has on it is a little bit of EQ and a de-esser. I didn't do any hardcore mixing because sometimes I just write songs and kind of mix and play with plugins as I go, and this is one of those examples. So this is by far not a complete song. It was just a playground for me to come up with different ways to test out this compressor. So let's turn on this Sahara compressor here, pull it up, And let's get some compression on this vocal. I'm gonna solo it right now.
I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance.
Okay, cool. So right off the bat, we're getting a good amount of compression, but let's adjust it and see what happens if we push some things and mess with some other settings. Okay, so for this first compressor, let's focus on taming the transients and leveling it out overall.
It was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna leave that there, and then we can address the attack and the release. So if we pull it this way, it'll make it tighter, and we pull it this way for that longer attack, it'll make it more punchy. But let's listen and find a sweet spot.
I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles. I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles.
I think that's cool for the attack. It doesn't take too much of the transients of the punch of what I'm saying, and it doesn't, go too far without catching it. All right, so let's go to the release now. This is going to decide when that compression kind of lets up.
I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled.
Immediately.
I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock.
And the hold is a bit longer that way. Let's pull it this way.
I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were...
All right, now I'm gonna add this back into the beat and adjust the output so we can fit it into the pocket of what I have of the beat done so far. Go.
I had to take a break because the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles.
Okay, that's cool. Now I want to try parallel compression aspect and give this vocal some more body. So I'm going to go to the next insert over here, find the Sahara Compressor in my humongous plugin list. Sahara Compressor. And out of all the compressors I use, I can really see this being a quick go-to because it's easy to throw on and get a sound instantly. You don't have to adjust too much. There's 5 knobs right here, 5 main knobs, maybe 6 if you want to include the ratio, and it's easy. There's even some other effects if you wanted to get deeper into it, but everything is simple on just one page. So I just set up a parallel vocal bus here, and I'm going to smash these vocals to smithereens in this bus, and I'll just blend it in to give that vocal more body. And this is a cool way to make your vocal sound more fuller in your mix, especially when you're working on your final mix. I set up a parallel vocal bus and I got the Sahara Compressor on there, followed by some EQ so I can just get like the body of the vocal without the main portion that we usually hear, just the oomph part of it. And I also followed it up with some saturation, but let's just add that compressor in and I'll let you hear what that sounds like, and then we'll add the other effects on it and I'll tell you why I did that.
Take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like...
So we're adding in a really compressed version of the vocal, and if we wanted to hear this vocal by itself, then let's just go to our verse vocal and disconnect it from the master.
Take a break cause the world...
And
gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling cars on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot.
And we're like smashing this to smithereens right now. So it's very aggressive and it's adding that Sahara character. So now we put this back on with the main vocal and it is just a layer in the mix now. And we'll add that EQ in to cut out some of those high frequencies that are getting compressed and some of the low frequencies that are getting compressed and coming back up since we're so aggressive with the compressor.
Take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling calls on these jokers.
And then some saturation just to add some drive to what we have. And I would actually move this saturation before the EQ.
Take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling calls on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles.
Yeah.
Take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled. I'm pulling calls on these jokers, you'll see this shit is wild. I made it hot, they rock cooling fans and it switched to mild. You just ain't nice with it, they chose you cause your price little. I thought we were grown up, you rap just like you write riddles.
Yeah. Now, overall, I would like to say this compressor is really dope. As I said, it's really aggressive. It can add that character. I would definitely use this as a go-to compressor for drums to get them to sound uniform, as I keep saying over and over, even maybe to tame some bass, just to add that aggressive feel to a vocal. If you were going for something clean, then definitely utilize that mix knob, and maybe you can just blend it in slightly if you're really feeling this compressor. But as far as opening this up, if you're opening this up, there has to be no doubt that you want something dirty and aggressive. So I like this for that purpose. It accomplishes exactly what it says it's supposed to accomplish. So definitely check out this compressor if you want something of this nature. I'll put the link down in the description. It's all Couture, Kickback, and Cook Up.
Take a break cause the world was fake with too many smiles. I gave out chance after chance and the lotto tickets piled.